5%. Back here at home, the question of who will be the nation's top diplomat in President Obama's second term continues to intersect with complaints about how the administration handled the Libya terror attack. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge with the continuing saga of what Susan Rice knew and when she knew it.
Since the closed classified briefings on Capitol Hill 2 weeks ago, lawmakers have stressed that Ambassador Susan Rice had access to both the unclassified intelligence on the Benghazi attack, including the controversial CIA talking points, as well as classified information. Now a leading Republican in the Senate tells Fox that the classified information included the president's daily brief. Drawing from the 16 intelligence agencies, the top-secret document included compelling evidence of terrorist involvement.
She had access to the full presidential daily brief on intelligence, so she was well informed and knew that our intelligence community felt that there were ties to al-Qaeda affiliates that were involved in the attacks.
Earlier this week, Democrats defended Rice, questioning why it took so long for the intelligence community to assess there was no demonstration, citing two critical pieces of data.
The interview with the people on the ground, as well as the video evidence. That took time, in some cases days, in some cases more than a week. And that accounted for a lot of the inaccurate information initially. And one of the questions that I've asked is why did it take as long as it did?
Aside from the Benghazi controversy, a new report focuses on Rice's financial holdings along with her husband. The couple owns stock in two overseas conglomerates, Royal Dutch Shell and the Italian oil company ENI, that until recently did business with Iran. A spokeswoman for Ambassador Rice said she had fully complied with financial disclosure rules, adding, quote, "With respect to Iran, Ambassador Rice worked to impose the toughest UN sanctions regime ever on Iran for its continued failure to live up to its obligations." A government watchdog group who has reviewed Rice's financials says the records have been out there for a year, but only this week got a second look.
Because she's such a controversial nominee, these things tend to get magnified. I mean, every single cabinet secretary or appointee or potential appointee, people will go through their past and their history and ask questions.
On Monday, the head of U.S. Africa Command is scheduled to speak at George Washington University on the rising threat of terrorism in North Africa. General Carter Ham will most certainly face questions about the growing presence of al-Qaeda, as well as whether the military could have done more during the Benghazi attack on 9/11. Brad.
His name came up a lot.
It did.
Catherine, thank you.